Welcome to the Ask Empowered by Eating show. Hello, welcome to the Ask Empowered by Eating show. Today we've got a question. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now, as I always do.
Hi Chris, it's Olivia here from Wholesale. I just wondered what the success rate was of EBE.
So thanks Olivia for the question. So what's the success rate of Empowered by Eating? So this is probably a question that everybody wants to know the answer of, because there's probably 17 billion diets available on the internet. But do we really know the success rate of them diets? I don't think so. What we know from a fitness professional point of view, using science and evidence, is that a lot of these diets are guessing, and they're guessing to the point of view where it might just work by mistake to a lot of people. Now, if the marketing strategy is right and it's in a good way, that might mean a lot of people, might be thousands of people, and they might share the information across the internet. But what about the people that aren't successful in them other diets? So first of all, the science and the evidence behind Empowered by Eating and the system within the website is pretty much 100% successful. So what you'll learn within level 1 during the system is it's personalized to you throughout the first stages. And you are able to make it fit your body. Unlike the other diets, which is just usually, some of them are good obviously, but some of them are just a plan where it tells you, right, that's what you're gonna do, and then it might work. Now we know that from a coach's point of view, rather than the user just kind of using a diet and thinking it works. So if we know from a testing point of view, and we know from using it with many clients that it just works. I mean, everything we do with Empowered by Eating is backed by the latest science and our whole professional team behind it. It's governed, okay, so it works. Okay, that's the nutritional standpoint and the evidence and the science. Obviously, within the system, we don't give you the science mumbo jumbo. We just make sure that we have the studies there backing what we say, and we explain it in real simple terms to make sure everybody can understand it. Because we don't need to know all them nutritional jargon. We just need to know it. We just need it to be really understandable, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's just talk about for a moment who hasn't been successful with Empowered by Eating. It's been going a long time, right? So who hasn't been successful? There are some people it doesn't work for, okay? And usually that's because it hasn't worked because they haven't yet been able to kind of remove some psychological issues associated with health and fitness, which I'm going to go into now. So as people become accustomed to the course or the system or whatever you want to call it within the website, you'll realize the foundations of the system are based around psychology that help you stick to it in the long term, rather than a short quick fix that people kind of fall into. So we don't want people falling off the bandwagon. We want people doing it forever, for a lifetime. So that's why it's grounded in psychological learnings to go with the nutrition. So within the system, it's all based around balance. Balance is the most important part of life, really, but of the system. So it's about being able to stick to it and long-term adherence. So the strategies are all around this idea of sticking to the diet for long term. Obviously you're listening to this video now, but you can go over and test it for £1. At the moment on the website, time of recording this video, it's £1 just to go and test the system. You can sign up and find out what it's all about, and if you don't like it after a few weeks, you can cancel, no holds barred. But what you've done is found out that what I'm talking about here is true. So what you're doing then is you actually experience it, rather than just listening to the idea of the system. I appreciate we have to and we should research the next thing we're going to do in terms of health and fitness, because it's so confusing. I get that. One type of person that it won't work for, or it won't work for if they want this result from it, is the people who want the quick fix. So the people who want like the 3-week weight loss plan before their holiday, or the people who want to get into that wedding dress or the Christmas dress within about 3 or 4 weeks. It's not for that person, okay? I mean, one thing we did do is we did a survey on our members, and the survey was asking how many diets they'd done before doing Empowered by Eating. It happened to be between 10 and 30 different diets before they actually found Empowered by Eating and then stuck to it for a long time. So as you can guess, it's not one of them diets you do for a short time. It's this long-term diet. It's based around sustainability and based around health and making sure that you're doing everything properly, but at the same time losing that unwanted fat that nobody wants. but keeping it off in the long term, that's the key. So when I said there might be some people that might not be successful with Empowered by Eating yet, it's because the person needs to be ready to have like a progressive mindset or a progressive learning mindset. One thing I've learned throughout my lifetime and understanding psychology and personal development is a progressive person, or a person who wants to learn all the time, is a more happier person. I know this deep down because I didn't used to be such a happy person like I am now, but now I've got this progressive mindset and this learning mentality that I just want to get better and learn. I'm pretty much always happy. So it might take a complete attitude shift, or like a shift into this learning mentality, or get better mindset. I mean, if the person is willing to change, then there's no reason why it can't be 100%, like I said in the beginning. But if the person's got some parts of their psychology that doesn't allow them to want to change or learn in a progressive mindset, this is where it might not work. Like I said earlier on, the nutrition fundamentals, they're pretty much bulletproof. Like, as you'll go through, you'll learn it's pretty much bulletproof if you can stick to it. I mean, it's pretty simple. To lose body fat or to lose weight, we have to simply be in a calorie deficit, and that's pretty much it. We go into a lot more detail within the system, obviously, but it's easy. We get into a calorie deficit and we lose weight, but the majority will fail to continue with this because in the long term they'll end up falling off the bandwagon. So it's harder long term. We get that. I fully understand it. I mean, how many people do you know that have like lost 15 kilograms and gained 15 kilograms several times throughout their lifetime? Maybe it's you. I know I did in my early 20s. I would up to Christmas from summer, I'd gain say like 15 to 20 kilograms, and then the summer would come and I'd lose 15 to 20 kilograms, and I kind of didn't really get anywhere for many years. I mean, in essence, this is like, the nutrition is so backed by science and governed by the team of professionals that have been working really hard at it for many years. Some of our members have called it a plan for life. So the only time it can't work is if there's psychological barriers attached to it that might be creating a problem in learning the system, because there's a lot of learning within the website that you can undertake. So I'll just spend a couple of seconds now, if you're new to here, telling you a little bit about what's in there, and then I'm going to go a bit deeper into these psychological issues and how to kind of mitigate them a little bit. So within the website, you can go over there now. It's £1, test it out, dead simple to understand. You'll get the system at the top of the website, maybe a short 3-minute video is the first one. There's a couple of questions after each video maybe, or there's a task to do for you actually to go and implement in your life. There's a lot of psychology in there, a lot of personal development. It's quite fun. Then while you're a member, we've got the Facebook group where you can go over there and mingle with all the people in there to chat about how you're getting on with the system and whether you're enjoying it and which problems you're having, where you're having problems and things like that. So you can go over there and do this. So that's the system. If you want to go over there, test it, it's £1. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit further into some of the psychological issues that might be attached for people that might not yet be ready to get through the whole system. So to kind of answer Olivia's question, it's 100% following the science and the evidence of the actual nutrition if it can be stuck to. So it's the psychological issues that don't make it 100%. We have this kind of web of belief. I've read it in a few books before, and I'll try and regurgitate it in a simple to understand manner now. We have this kind of web of belief, or our own like belief system that's built up throughout our entire life. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how we do it, the ingress of social media has kind of hijacked our brains into thinking in a certain way, where we accidentally kind of mistake beliefs or opinion for fact. And this isn't good in health and fitness when we have all this science available, because it's 2016. Oh, it's just started raining. It's not good, especially when like anybody with a six-pack or who looks like they're in good shape can do a one-day course, maybe even on the internet, and call themselves a nutritionist, and then they go and share lots of information on the internet. And of course, if they're good at marketing, they can make themselves really big, and they're giving out really outdated or not very good knowledge. Again, it's not their fault, because the course would have taught them the knowledge that might be outdated, and there's a whole mass of things going on which creates this issue of our belief barriers that are built up throughout our lifetime. And then of course, we did the survey. it could be 10 to 30 diets people have tried before they even got to Empowered by Eating. And if you're new to here, you might not have even tried it yet anyway. And these belief barriers, or these beliefs, or this belief system, or the web of beliefs that's been created from the health and fitness industry, which is £60 billion, by the way, £60 billion of people sharing lots of information. This belief barrier might have been built up over 20 to 30 years. So of course, we can't come along and then break them barriers down and allow you to learn the proper evidence-based science straight away. Quite difficult. So then what happens then is people try to defend their beliefs and even battle with their beliefs of what is true and what is false, and become quite frustrated with it. And they defend their beliefs with proud knowledge that they know it works and they know it's true. And of course it's not their fault. Wherever they learnt it from might have accidentally been opinion, but it's been perceived as being fact, and it just becomes completely complicated, and this is where it becomes difficult. So then what happens next is they start comparing their beliefs to other people's beliefs, and they end up with these belief arguments. And what does this sound like? Religion, hey? That's kind of what's going on. It's a battle of religion, battle of ego, and it's really, really difficult for us to get the science and the evidence across, and we just become part of this battle. In reality, the truth or the science falls not in belief, it falls in reality. So we need to stop as a world, in terms of health and fitness, is defending beliefs or opinion, and we need to look for science. We are in 2016 now, where we have the most up-to-date scientific information that we can use and we can put together into a system like we have on the website, where we can stop being frustrated and we can relax and not worry about whether it's true or false, because the one opinion versus another opinion, and we can just go to science and chill out and go, okay, great, it's true. So then we're no longer relying on facts or fiction. We're relying on fact and science, and then we can result in kind of, for the people that have already gone through the system, or if you're going to do it yourself, if you're new to it, you follow the Empowered by Eating system, you can relax and know it's following the latest science, it's always updated, and we can stop worrying about the opinion or belief battles. And then we can relax and actually get to the results and the goals that we want. I hope I answered Olivia's question well, and if you found this video useful and you think you might be able to share it with somebody, feel free to do that, especially someone that might have been caught up in the battle between belief, and they might have got caught up in the world of myths and misconceptions by mistake. Okay, I'm done, I'm out.